Okay, hello, good morning. Okay, hello, Natalie. I almost wanted to end the class already, but hey, you came. Okay, yes, what are we doing? It's very weird, huh? We are starting with week 4 first, huh? I also don't understand how the schedule works. We are going to start with week 4 first, and then the next class you come is gonna be week 3. So I don't know how to gauge this thing. I mean, last week we kind of stopped here, okay, around here each lah. But I'm not sure, okay, because we are supposed to start week 4 first because of the recorded video. So I'm gonna start with week 4 stuff first, which is around here. Okay, let's start with prevention. Okay, you know what? Let's start with useful microorganism. Okay, most likely week 3 is gonna cover until here, but I'm gonna, sort of repeat this thing. Okay, so useful microorganism. Okay, sorry about Saturday, by the way. Okay, there's a bit problem there. Okay, anyway, let's look at 1.2 useful microorganism. All right, let's go. Okay, this part is very important. Okay, very important. It's gonna be in SPM. Okay, because this part is very, very common. So let's look at what are the common useful microorganism we use. Okay, number one is gonna be beverage. Okay, we use this lactobacillus. As I said, this thing is your Rusuanjin, that bacteria you find in yogurt drinks, okay, Yakult, Vitagen. Okay, this thing is very good for the stomach. So if you had antibiotic lately, okay, if you had antibiotic, you bomb all your healthy flora already. There's no more flora left in your system. You can repopulate your flora by drinking yogurt drinks, okay, by drinking your lactobacillus. Okay, so food, the most important microorganism in food is your yeast. Okay, so you know what yeast is for lah. Why is it? Why got? Okay, you want to join with another device. Oh, okay. Can join with another device. Why you need to join with another device then? That's so weird. Okay, anyway, so what do you use yeast for? Oh, okay. So also now you switch account. Oh, okay. Now I understand. Okay, so yeast is used to make bread, okay, and cake dough to rise. Okay, so the more yeast is going to produce carbon dioxide. So the more yeast you put, it's gonna be the dough is going to rise faster, and you are going to make the bread fluffier lah. Okay, and of course, it's used to make alcoholic drink because yeast they can do fermentation. Okay, they can break down your glucose and turn it into alcohol. That's how you make alcohol. And of course, soy sauce we use lactobacillus. Okay, yeast and lactobacillus. So you see, different soy sauce they use different formula. That's why different soy sauce they taste differently. Okay, some they use yeast more, some they use lactobacillus more. That's why there's different taste. That's why you see Japanese soy sauce and Chinese soy sauce they taste a bit different. Okay, because the formula of making them is a bit different. Okay, so next one, your vinegar is the same thing. Okay, it's from bacteria. They will the oxidation of bacteria from ethanol into acetic acid to produce vinegar. Basically, the active ingredient for what makes vinegar sour is this thing called the acetic acid. Okay, and then leather goods, we use something called bifidobacteria and lactobacillus to remove animal skin, okay, such as fat and hair. Okay, because when we want to use, let's say, cow leather, okay, we need to remove the fat and the hair. We need just the leather. So how do we break the other stuff down? Okay, we use this bacteria law. Okay, but the focus for here is going to be yeast. Yeast is the most commonly asked in exam. Okay, next, agriculture. Where do we use this? We use something called nitrifying bacteria. This is called Nitrobacter and Nitrosomonas. What is this? You will learn this next time. Okay, you will learn this in chapter 2. So I'm going to leave this for chapter 2. Okay, that's going to be next year. Okay, next year's timetable is almost going to be out, huh? So be on the lookout for that. Okay, it's going to be out soon. Okay, and of course, biological control. We use certain bacteria to kill certain beetles and caterpillar. They are like their pesticide. Certain bacteria, they are like the pesticide of beetle and caterpillar. Okay, and we use certain virus to kill rabbits. All these just read for fun. Food digestion. Some herbivore. Okay, here's the thing. In herbivores like cows, why do they eat grass? Because they can digest grass. It's not that they themselves can digest grass, but they have certain bacteria in their gut to digest the grass for them. We don't have this. That's why we cannot digest grass. We cannot eat grass. I mean, we can lah. You eat grass, you're not gonna digest grass. You're just gonna turn it into fiber. It's just gonna make you shit nicer. Okay, that's all. Lor. That's why we eat veggie. Okay, so they contain bacteria that secrete cellulase. Cellulase is the enzyme to digest cellulose. Okay, we cannot digest them. Cellulose in our body is like fiber, so they just make us shit nicer. We are not going to digest them. So protozoa in digestive system of termite can also produce cellulase. I see how termites can eat wood is because they have cellulase too. So when they digest the cellulase, they turn the wood into mush. That's why the wood can spoil. Okay, so this is how termite works. So medicine, certain medicine we use bacteria to produce like insulin. Okay, insulin we actually use E. coli to produce. Okay, so this is the good thing about modern medicine. Last time insulin used to be from cows, pigs. We just take insulin from other animals. Now, no, we just take insulin. Okay, we take human insulin gene. I think you learned this in Form 4. We take the insulin gene, we insert this gene into bacteria, and then we use their DNA to photostat the insulin out. So insulin produced from E. coli or from bacteria, they are exactly the same as any human insulin. So there's zero chance for you to develop resistance or anything to it. It's going to be exactly like the insulin produced from any human. Okay, so antibiotic is the same thing. Okay, vaccine is the same thing. Okay, so you see many uses for microorganisms. All right, so this eco enzyme cleaning solution it's not going to come out in exam, but I'm just going to talk a little bit about this. So what is your eco enzyme cleaning solution? Basically, if you are cleaning something, especially oil, you can either use chemical cleaner or you can use eco enzyme cleaner. So what is the difference? Eco enzyme cleaner, they mostly use microorganism to clean up your waste. Okay, so for example, let's look at here. So production process, how do you make this enzyme cleaner? You use fermentation of agricultural waste, you make bacteria. But for chemical, you just use chemical substance. So as you can see, this is eco-friendly, this is not eco-friendly. Okay, so how does it work on fat and grease? Like I said, the function of cleaner is to work on fat and grease. So in eco and this enzyme in eco cleaner, they decompose the fat and grease into smaller molecule. So different concept. This one they use enzyme, whereas this one they just use surfactant. What is surfactant? Surfactant is like your soap lah. Okay, they just break fat into smaller drops. Okay, we call it emulsifying. So they work differently. Okay, but of course, which works more effective and easier is going to be chemical lah. But when it comes to eco-friendly, it's going to be this guy. Okay, so the ease of use, this one you do not need to scrub. Okay, this one need to scrub. Clog drainage, this one do not cause drainage. This one the surfactant will clog drain. Cost is low and high, waste is less and more. Environmental friendly, this one pollutes the environment. But we don't really use eco enzyme cleaning solution because not many people know about this. Okay, this is just easier to use, easier to buy. Okay, it's available everywhere. So what do we use? We use something called lactobacillus. Again, this is not only good for your stomach. Okay, it's also good for cleaning. Okay, it removes odor. Okay, treats sewage, produce enzyme, improve fishing, make compost. Compost is rotten organic substance you can use to make fertilizer. okay, facilitate animal digestion. So lactobacillus actually has many use. Okay, as I said, bacteria, not all of them are bad. Okay, in fact, 90% of them are good for you. The one that causes you disease is only that 10%. All right, so how do we prevent and treat diseases caused by microorganisms? Okay, let's look at, first of all, how do we do aseptic technique? What is aseptic? Aseptic means to remove pathogen, okay, or remove existing pathogen, basically to sterilize, okay. We sometimes when we think of think about aseptic, the only thing we think of is sterilization, okay, but there's actually more than that. Okay, you have sterilization, you have boiling, you have antiseptic, you have disinfectant, you have radiation. So there are 5 methods for you to kill microorganisms. Sterilization is just one of the way. Okay, we just think of sterilization. Okay, so let's look at sterilization first. Okay, everybody knows what is sterilization. Okay, sterilization is basically killing microorganisms, okay, from an object or particular surrounding. Okay, usually it's on object or surface. Okay, so what methods you use in sterilization? You have 5 here. Okay, you can use heat, you can use chemical substance, you can use radiation, you can use high pressure, you can use filter. So what is this? First of all, heat. Heat is the easiest method to kill microorganisms. Okay, and you need to know this. You need to heat it above 120 or 130, because only when it is 120 you can kill microorganism and the spore. If you cook it to 100, you can only kill microorganism. You don't kill their spore. So this is why to really clean something, you need steam. So when you go out and eat, you go to some Chinese restaurant, they will give you hot water, right? To put your chopstick and fork and spoon inside, and then to put your teacup inside to, okay, I'm sure you go to Chinese restaurant, they will give you this hot water. Okay, inside has your teacup and your cutleries. So you will put your cutleries around, you put your teacup around. So that thing is only 100 degrees, but you might say, so then the thing is not safe, right? It is safe. Okay, you see, 100 degrees Celsius, you can kill all microorganisms. It's just that the 1% of spore is still there. But don't worry, your body is healthy. Okay, your body is healthy, that spore, your body can kill it. Whereas in hospital, okay, they need to be really sure, like if they want to do surgery, they need to make sure their equipment is 100% clean. Okay, because it's not that 99% is not good enough, it's just that they don't want to take any chances, they don't want to risk anything. So to make sure everything is killed, they will use this heat. So this machine is called the autoclave. Okay, they will put all the surgical equipment here, and then they will switch on this thing. This thing will use steam to kill off anything. So surgical equipment is 100% clean. There's not even spore on them. It's really, really clean. Okay, or you can just use chemical substance like soap or detergent. Okay, heat is better lah. Heat is cheaper. Okay, heat you just need water, whereas soap you need certain chemicals. And of course, you can use radiation too, like your UV. If you put your pillow into the sun, it's going to use UV to kill all the germs, okay? So your pillow has no more smell lah. Okay, you can also use high pressure. Okay, almost the same thing as heat, okay, because high pressure creates heat as well. Okay, like a pressure cooker. And of course, filter is this thing. Okay, they use something called micron filter because micron is bigger than microorganism, so they're going to filter the microorganism away. So 5 methods here. All right, so this boiling is the same as heat. It's just that it's not as good as heat. Heat is 130, boiling is only 100. Okay, this is to kill microorganisms on everyday objects such as milk bottle, injection needle, and dental equipment. 100 is sometimes, most of the time, 100 is good enough. You don't need 130 unless you're like surgery or something. Like I said, very, very specific, only you use boiling. Okay, let's focus on antiseptic and disinfectant because these two are they're coming out in your exam. Okay, they're coming in your exam. So exam they will focus on antiseptic and disinfectant. Okay, so what are they? Basically, antiseptic and disinfectant, they don't use heat, they use chemical. If you use chemical to kill germs, to kill microorganisms, it's basically antiseptic or disinfectant. But what are the differences? Okay, let's look at this antiseptic first. Okay, what is antiseptic? Antiseptic is applied on human skin or wound to prevent pathogenic infection. Let's say you have an open wound, you fall down, you cut yourself, you are going to use antiseptic. Okay, antiseptic. So there are 4 antiseptic here. So the first one is called acryfavin. This is called 黄药水. Okay, yellow medicine. Okay, you know that thing when you, I mean, as a kid, you fall down, they will put some kind of yellow thing on your skin, on your wound. That's the acryfavin. Okay, you can buy this from pharmacy. It's really cheap. Okay, only a few bucks a bottle. Okay, you should have this at home. I mean, if you accidentally cut yourself or accidentally you fall down, you have open wound, this is the thing you use. Okay, acryfavin. All right, so if you want something stronger, you can use povidone. This is not so common, or you can use proflavin. Okay, they are all chemicals. If you are not scared of pain, you can just use alcohol. 70% isopropyl alcohol. Okay, we just call it IPA. Okay, isopropyl alcohol, 70%. This thing is basically your hand sanitizer. Okay, so if you have open wound, you can just spray hand sanitizer on them. But let me warn you lah, it's gonna hurt like hell. Okay, alcohol will burn your wound. I mean, if you're a sadist, you enjoy hurting yourself, can, no problem. Okay, better than nothing, lor. I mean, that's the worst. Yeah, exactly. So especially, okay, like me, if I shave, I accidentally cut my skin, if I put toner on, because skin toner or alcohol, wow, the thing will hurt like hell. Okay, I mean, every flavor is nicer on the skin. Okay, but when it comes to sanitizing, when it comes to killing microorganism on your wound, it doesn't matter. All these, they work as well. It's just that one of it, some hurts more than another. So why do we still prefer acryfavin? Because they are not so painful. But when it's emergency, you have no acryfavin at home, just use alcohol. It's gonna hurt. But hey, at least it makes you, you don't have a chance of bacterial infection. Okay, what we don't want is you have infection in your wound. You will get fever. Okay, and if some nasty bacteria were to go in, you will get swelling of your wound. That is something we don't want. That's antiseptic. Okay, so antiseptic can be applied on your skin, but disinfectant, what's the difference? Disinfectant, you use it on surface, anything other than the skin, on non-living thing. Okay, like bed sheet, toilet, and swimming pool to kill microorganisms, especially pathogen. You cannot use this on wound. Okay, because basically what do we use? We use bleach. Okay, you use bleach on the floor. You don't use it on your skin. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't. Okay, what is hydrogen peroxide? This is another bleach as well. This is called 双氧水. Imagine, you use this to dye your hair basically. You see, when they dye your hair, they will squeeze out that color and then they will add this hydrogen peroxide. It's like a white color fluid, and then they will stir. Then you have the dyeing cream, okay, and then they will dye your hair lah. So this hydrogen peroxide will bleach away the hair, okay, will bleach away that black pigment on your hair, so that the hair, the color, the dye can be on your hair. Okay, what will happen if you touch bleach? Okay lah, if you just touch it, it's not gonna do anything. But if you are long-term exposed to bleach, your skin will get very dry because they will oxidize your skin. Okay, but if you don't have an open wound, it's just normal skin. Okay, you see, our skin top layer is dead skin. If you kill it, nothing is gonna happen. Okay, the dead skin will just shed away, no problem. But if they eat and eat and eat away until the dead skin is gone, now you have your living cell, then the thing is gonna hurt. Okay, so whenever you touch bleach, please use glove. Okay, even if you use bleach without glove, nothing bad is gonna happen as long as you don't have open wound, but your skin is gonna get very dry. Okay, how do I know this? Because I've tried this before. Last time I used to bleach my shirt, okay, without using glove, and you'll notice something when you, I mean, 10 to 20 minutes is okay lah. But if you're exposed to very long bleach, like 1 or 2 hours, I doubt we are exposed to that long, then you will get dry skin. Okay, you swim in swimming pool for 1 hour, what happens? your skin gets dry, right? Your hair gets very dry, right? That's because of the bleach, because we put bleach in swimming pool. Okay, that's your chlorine. That's liquid chlorine in swimming pool. I mean, it's not bad enough to hurt your skin, but at least it makes it drier. Okay, so this is a disinfectant. Okay, so different, antiseptic you can put it on the skin, disinfectant you can't. You use this on floor, you use this on any surface. You want to wash your toilet, you will use disinfectant. Okay, so of course the swimming pool chlorine is not as strong as you think. The bleach we buy, the one bottle, without the concentrate, without adding water, that is strong. Okay, I used to strip paint in this thing. Okay, last time I wanted to paint a piece of plastic, then the plastic got paint, it has this shiny paint on it. I don't like it. So what do? I just buy a bottle. I just take a plastic. Okay, I put this plastic in. Okay, this piece of plastic, I put it into a container, and then I pour bleach. I just soak it there for 5 days, and then you will start to see the paint starts to come off. Freaking disgusting, I tell you. Okay, so bleach, don't joke around. This thing is a very strong oxidizing agent. Okay, so when you oxidize something, you kill the germs. Okay, so radiation, this one is using radiation. Okay, UV ray, X-ray, or gamma ray. I mean, you don't need to use something so strong. Okay, to kill microorganism. Okay, they penetrate the microorganism cell and destroy them. Okay, UV is used to kill microorganism and operating theater. You see, UV is enough. You don't need to use like X-ray or gamma. This is like very overkill. Okay, because it doesn't only hurt the bacteria, it hurts you as well. So normally we don't use this radiation. Okay, so antibiotic. Now, what is antibiotic? I think I told this before last time. Okay, so antibiotic is used to treat bacteria, okay, or any that 4 species, okay, protozoa, bacteria, fungi, algae, you can use antibiotic because they are living things. You cannot destroy virus using antibiotic. Okay, that's why I said next time when you get sick, if you have flu, do not take antibiotic because they're not going to help. If anything, they're going to make you worse. Okay, because they kill your good bacteria, which helps you fight that virus. Why kill them? Okay, so antibiotics are not effective on viral infection, such as common fever, cold, and cough. You get COVID, there's no antibiotic for you. You're just going to sleep there, let yourself recover. You see, all viral infection, there's no cure. Okay, there's no cure. Even if you go hospital, they're not curing you. They're just treating your symptom. They just give you life support. For example, if you get COVID, okay, if you have very light symptom, it's called stage 1. If you have fever, slightly heavier symptom, is stage 2. 99% of us, or 95% of us, is going to be stage 1 and stage 2. Okay, you call KKM, they say, okay, stay home, quarantine until you recover. Okay, 6 days later, you recover, then this is like dengue lah. Okay, if you proceed, if your body is weak enough, you will proceed into stage 3. Stage 3 is when you start to get shortness of breath. You start to run out of breath. This mostly happens to old people and people who have comorbidities. Okay, what is comorbidities? That means they have symptoms of making them short life, like obesity, high blood pressure, and so on. Okay, or any other existing breathing condition like asthma. They are going to go into stage 3. So if you're into stage 3, you are shortness of breath, KKM might come and get you. Might. Okay. And if you proceed to stage 4, that is serious shortness of breath, KKM will for sure come and get you because they will put you to hospital and then they will give you the oxygen mask. Okay, you see, they're not treating you, they're just treating the symptom. They just let you breathe better so that your lung can focus on fighting the virus yourself. And if you proceed to stage 5, yikes, that is serious problem already. Your lungs are like destroyed. Okay, so what they have to do is they will put you in coma and then they will shove a tube down your throat to help you breathe manually by machine. Okay, they will stop your lung. They will use the machine to help your lung breathe so that your lung can focus on fighting the virus and not breathing. Okay, so because your lung got 2 jobs to fight the disease and to breathe. So you cannot even fight the disease already. So they will take the breathing away. So you fight the disease, just focus fighting the disease. But most likely, if you are in stage 5, be ready lah. You're going to be gone anytime soon. Okay, even if you recover, like 50% of the lungs will have scar tissue. You're not going to breathe normally. I mean, you can rebuild them, but it's going to take time. But you are like half dead, like, even if you recover. Okay, yeah, so that's the thing. They cannot give you antibiotic because it doesn't help. Okay, you're just gonna kill your existing good bacteria, and then the COVID virus in your body will be like, ha ha ha, look at this idiot. Okay, he thinks antibiotic can kill us. We are not even alive. Okay, virus is not even a living thing. How are you supposed to kill? This is called antibiotic. Okay, virus is not even a biotic stuff. How can you kill it? How can you kill something that is dead? Okay, so what is antibiotic resistance? Okay, if you like to eat antibiotic like suka hati for no reason, you will develop something called antibiotic resistance. Okay, this is a problem that we are having right now because when we discovered antibiotic, yes, it is a miracle. So people didn't really consider the side effect. We just use it like, without control. And then after like 5, 10, 20, 30 years of using antibiotic, we start to realize that certain bacteria, they start to develop resistance towards it. That means certain bacteria, they are not scared of the antibiotic anymore. Okay, this is what we call antibiotic resistance. Okay, so the antibiotic is no longer effective for treating bacterial infection. For example, penicillin. Okay, penicillin. Penicillin is the first antibiotic we found, the first antibiotic we discovered. This penicillin today has no more use. We don't use penicillin anymore because penicillin, it doesn't treat anything anymore because most bacteria, they are already resistant to penicillin. Okay, if you get like bacterial infection, you take penicillin, penicillin is not going to work. Okay, but in fact, okay, nowadays we have like 20 types of antibiotic. Okay, and there is something called the superbug. You can go and research on that. Okay, there's something called the superbug. Okay, what is a superbug? A superbug is a bacteria that is resistant to all types of antibiotic. This superbug is so dangerous, even the strongest antibiotic doesn't kill it. Okay, so if this superbug were to spread out one day, you're all gonna die. Okay, this is antibiotic resistance. So this is why every year there is this day called the antibiotic resistance day. Is to spread the awareness, telling you don't take antibiotic unless you have to. Many people, they don't know this one. Like our moms they thought antibiotic is good. If you go to certain clinic, you see clinics, why they give you antibiotic? Because if they don't, your mom is gonna spread and say, hey, this clinic no good, they don't give antibiotic, well, let's not go back. Then the auntie will start spreading, then the clinic will go out of business. So the clinic just want to shut you up, they just give you. Okay, because they know educating auntie is useless. Auntie, they don't listen on. Okay, you tell them, hey, antibiotic resistance, this, that, the auntie will say, I don't believe you. Okay, I think antibiotic is better. See, auntie can be for doctors themselves. Okay, because they never believe you one. Okay, hey, this is not only like our mama. Even hey, you see you might say, sir, my mom is like that. You trust me lah. I have a friend who is a doctor. Okay, my friend is a doctor. His mom is also like that. Okay, when my okay this my friend is called Gary lah. When Gary tells his mom, diabetes, you need insulin, the mom don't believe one. Okay, my friend is like, wow, ma, you send me 7 years to medical school. Now when I say something, you don't want to believe. Okay, but when she goes to Qigong class, wow, the Qigong uncle say you drink this herb can help diabetes. Oh, she believe. Wow, and then you take back the herb, wow, come drink this, help diabetes. It's okay, my friend, what vomit blood already. You send me 400,000 to send me to medical school, and then now you don't believe me. You see? So my friend say, useless one, stop trying to convince our moms. Even him himself as a doctor cannot convince. So you can give up. Okay, she's not gonna believe you. She's gonna believe those Qigong uncle or the Zhongyi uncle, or she's gonna believe some WhatsApp viral message. Hey, this can cure COVID. Oh, she believe. Okay, certain herbs can cure COVID. Lemon can cure COVID. Wow, you think lemon so effective, then lemon will be out of stock already lah. No lah. Okay, just our moms okay, I still love her, but Sometimes she really need to get a grip. She doesn't listen to me. Okay, anyway, so cause of antibiotic resistance, okay, is excessive use of antibiotic, okay, inaccurate use of antibiotic. Now, like for example, treating infection caused by virus, such as sore throat, fever, cold, common cough with antibiotic. You don't need antibiotics when you're sick. Okay, unless, okay, you will only need antibiotic, let's say you go for dental extraction. You just have your teeth extracted, there's an open wound. Okay, or you had surgery, you had open wound, you go for appendix surgery, you had open wound, then they will give antibiotic. This is to make sure you kill the bacteria on your wound so that you don't get any bacterial infection. That one you need antibiotic. Okay, even though it's not good for health, but no choice, you cannot risk yourself having bacterial infection. Okay, wound bacterial infection can die. So that's why you need, after every surgery, most likely they will give antibiotic. Okay, you have no choice. All right, so let's look at effect of concentration of antibiotic like penicillin on the growth of bacillus. So as you can see, the concentration of antibiotic, okay, if you use 0%, okay, the area of clear region is going to be small, maybe like 1 cm, okay, or 0 cm. Okay, the bigger the clear region, the stronger the antibiotic. So you see if this is like 10 cm, 10%, it's going to be like 5 cm, 10 cm, maybe 15 cm. Okay, I'm just giving you an example. So the more antibiotic you use, the stronger the antibiotic, the more clear region you have. Okay, clear region means no bacteria. The region is all clear, no bacteria. Every bacteria they die. So as you can see, the clear region on the surface is the region without bacteria. The bacterial growth is inhibited. Therefore, the clear region formed around the disc containing penicillin shows the action of penicillin, which inhibits the growth of bacteria or kills bacteria. Okay, so that's the experiment. All right, so let's look at some infectious disease. How do we treat them? This is a very simple part. So pneumonia. Pneumonia is caused by bacteria. Okay, do you know most COVID patients, they die because of pneumonia? Okay, COVID will weaken your lungs. When your lungs are weakened, there's no more immunity. Your immunity gets weak. So now bacteria has a chance to come in and cause you pneumonia. So most COVID patients, they die because of pneumonia. So this is what we call opportunistic infection. Okay, there's an opportunity already. Your lungs are so weak now. Okay, normal people like us, we don't really get pneumonia. I mean, pneumonia is more common during winter. Why? Because you see, most virus they spread quicker in winter. You see, in other like winter countries, you will see flu cases in winter, they will spike. Okay, even COVID is the same thing. During winter, case will spike. Because why? Because temperature is cold, virus can spread faster and more effective. So like hot countries like us, I'm not saying that we don't have pneumonia here, but it's more rare. In winter country, pneumonia is more common. So you will get this thing, it's a bacteria, it's caused by Streptococcus. So this thing is treated by penicillin. Okay, now we don't use penicillin anymore. We don't use penicillin. Even TB is caused by almost the same thing. Okay, tuberculosis is also caused by bacteria. So if you gonna these two diseases, which is something to do with your lung, you need antibiotic treatment. And it's just not your lousy antibiotic. You need to use strong antibiotic. And if you're gonna TB or pneumonia, you need to take antibiotic for half a year. Yes, half a year. Okay, your whole course of antibiotic is going to be half a year. Like if you get serious case of TB, okay, if you get serious case of TB, doctors are going to put you through 3 antibiotics for half a year. This is to really make sure to get rid of every bacteria you have. So it's dangerous, okay? It's very fussy to treat, okay? But be glad that we have a treatment. Last time, okay, you just think about this, 100 years ago, you kena TB, you are dead. Okay, you get TB, you just get ready. The doctor will tell you, you might try and go as you might try to go somewhere warm and spend the rest of your life there because it's gonna be a short and painful life. Okay, imagine you hear that. Now TB is treatable. Okay, yes, it's still dangerous, but at least it's treatable. Okay, so next, when you see athlete's foot, when you see like skin disease, they're mostly caused by fungus. Okay, so you just need to go pharmacy, get some antifungal cream, apply on it, then the fungus will die. Okay, the virus is really rare. Okay, very seldomly virus will cause skin disease. Virus will mostly cause you flu-like disease. So all these they are caused by fungus. Okay, especially those dark places lah. Okay, these dark places are fungus likes to grow there. As I said, fungus they don't like light. They like dark and damp places, so they will grow in between here, okay, or your armpit. That's why when you get itchy skin, it's usually on the dark places where the fungus can grow very well. Okay, this is why getting some sun on your skin is actually good for health. Yeah, you might get darker skin. Okay, girls are very sensitive to that, but it's good for your health. It's good for your skin. Okay, you get some vitamin D on you. All right, so let's go into our exercise. Okay, so do take note when you come back for week 3 class later, I'm gonna repeat some of the questions or some of the stuff I mentioned just now. Okay, because I don't think I can uh finish this. Okay, so let's look at number 9. Let's go to page 24. Let's go to number 9. Okay, so A, name 2 useful microorganisms in each of the following field. Wow, so many here. So you have your first of all is your yeast. Hey, wait, this is medicine, huh? Medicine they don't use yeast, medicine, what they will use, okay, okay, antibiotics. You can use antibiotic for that. This is medicine, or okay, wait, oh, I think of one already. This is E. coli. Okay, E. coli is to make insulin. Okay, produce insulin. What is E. coli? Question 6 discussed already. I haven't. I'll save this for week 3 one. Because this is week 4 so I'll go for week 4 stuff first. And when you come back, you go week 3. That's why I find this timetable super weird. It's like you skip 1 week ahead. Okay, so insulin, do you know what's E. coli? E. coli is your 大肠菌, your large intestine. This thing is found in your large intestine. In your shit got one. Okay, your shit has E. coli one. So we can manage to use this E. coli to photostat insulin for us. Okay, isn't technology amazing? It's amazing. Okay, insulin is very cheap. Okay, nowadays, insulin is really cheap unless you are in the US. Okay, unless you're in the US. Okay, I don't understand what. Okay, a little bit story. I don't understand why people they like the US very much. Everyone wants to go to the US. They say the American dream. Okay, do you know in America insulin is very expensive? Basically, healthcare in America is freaking insane. Okay, what do I mean insane? Okay, case in point, for example, I was just going through, okay, if you know Reddit, okay, Reddit is a website, okay, you can see a lot of posts there. So basically this guy, he got admitted into ICU because of COVID. Okay, he got intubated for 30 days. Basically, they put him under breathing machine for 30 days. You know how much the bill is? The bill is 3 million US dollar. Okay, 3 million just by 30 days in the hospital. So I tell you, in US, you better don't get sick. I tell you how much is this insulin. Okay, insulin, if you use something called EpiPen, okay, EpiPen is what they use every day. Okay, this insulin is a no choice medicine. If you have diabetes, you must use it. Do you know how much is it? EpiPen is $360 for 2 doses. That means 1 day is 180. You need to spend 180 bucks on insulin every day. It's not like you have a choice. You don't say, okay, today I don't want to take because it's very expensive. No, if you don't take an insulin 1 day, you're gonna die. You will faint, But the US government say, oh, you know what? Let's fix the price at 360. Awesome. So in US, you better not be poor. Okay, if you are poor, it's either you stay healthy or you just die straight. Please don't get sick. You will have no money for it. Okay, so America is a very stupid country. They call themselves the best country in the world, but you would think, you see, most advanced country, they have some sort of free healthcare. In the UK, healthcare is free. Canada, healthcare is free. Germany, healthcare is free. Even Malaysia, our healthcare, okay lah, ours is not free, but government hospital is $1. It's practically free. You see, even third world country like us, we can have affordable healthcare, not the US. Okay, so that don't get sick there. All right, so whatever, and then next you have your penicillium bacteria. Okay, penicillium bacteria. Now, what is this thing to do? Okay, it makes penicillin. Okay, penicillin. Something awesome about this penicillin. Some people who use working in the medical field will be very high paid. Basically everything something to do with labor in US is going to be expensive. Okay, high paid, but the doctors, they just couldn't, some doctors, they just feel bad about this, okay, because they cannot do anything. Okay, as a doctor, your first job is a calling to be a doctor. Okay, your job is to save your patient. But sometimes when you see your patient have no money for treatment, it does make you feel sad. But that's how the system works. That's why in the US, have you realized something? US, they like to sue people one. Okay. Whenever there's a, let's say you cause me to have accident, I'm going to sue you. Why? Because if I don't sue you, if I don't get money from you, I'm going to be bankrupt. That's why US, they like suing people. It's just to get the medical fee back. Okay, if you're gonna bitten by snake, I tell you better sue the snake so that the snake can pay you. Okay, because I saw this medical bill online. Okay, one snake bite, he got admitted to hospital for like 6 days. The hospital bill is like 600,000. Okay, US dollar, not Malaysia ringgit, 600,000 US dollar. Okay, you survive, you're gonna work your life as a slave to repay that stupid hospital bill. So you better be dead if you're gonna bitten or you sue the snake, hopefully the snake can pay you. Okay. Anyway, so number two, agriculture. So where do we use agriculture? Oh, they just want the useful microorganism. I don't think whatever lah. Okay, so you have your Nitrosomonas SP and the Nitrobacter SP. Okay, these two, they will do something called nitrogen cycle, which we will go into that next chapter. Okay, next chapter. This is all I can think of for agriculture basically. So industry, we use yeast. This one you know lah. Yeast is used to make bread, okay, alcoholic drinks. What else? So you have your lactobacillus. Okay, this is used to make yogurt. Okay, which is that good bacteria that makes your stomach healthy and happy lah. Okay, so B, state two examples of food that use microorganism and name the microorganism. So example of food, okay, which is bread law. Bread we use yeast law. Okay, and then yogurt law. Yogurt we will use this lactobacillus. Okay, and there's something that's called the bifido something, I forgot already. If I'm not mistaken, it's bifidobacteria. So if you don't like yogurt, you can just buy the probiotic. Nowadays, you see, Trace technology, you can just buy those bacteria in pills. Okay, we call it the Yishen. Okay, in Taiwan they have lah. Okay, Malaysia I'm not sure. Okay, you can just buy one pill. Inside that pill has like 3-4 types of bacteria. So you just eat that every day. You will repopulate your flora with healthy bacteria. There's something like this. Hey, that's what I say. Trace technology. Okay, it's dried bacteria spore in that pill. So when you eat it, when your body gives it water and warmth, the thing will start growing, and then you make your gut very happy, very healthy. So see what is ecoenzyme? Okay, so it is a natural cleaning product. Okay, or you can say produce via fermentation. You ferment something, you ferment waste product, and it turns into enzyme. So give two use. You can use it to treat wastewater. Treat wastewater. Okay, as a cleaner. As a biological cleaner. Okay, most cleaners they are not biological friendly. They are not ecological friendly. For example, even your shampoo is very bad for the environment because in your shampoo, you have something called detergent. Detergent is very hard to digest. Okay, it's not broken down by bacteria. So your dish soap, the one you use to wash your plate, your shampoo, your dish, the one you use to wash your clothes, your washing powder, they are all detergent. So if you wash it to the longkang, they will have to clean this thing off before letting it off to the environment because detergent, one drop of detergent kills like many bacteria in the wild. Okay. That's why you should never use shampoo in the wild because it will kill many things. Detergent is a very strong chemical product, not good for the environment. Okay, so number 10, this is your lactobacillus. Okay, SP, SP means species. So B, give 3 use of the serum derived from bacterium mentioned in A. So what can we use? What is the serum? Serum is the eco enzyme lah. Okay, the eco enzyme law. Okay, so we can say to produce enzyme. Okay, are there to treat wastewater up? Okay, to treat wastewater. It's a bit answer up here lah. See, not only it is good for your gut, it's also good for environment. Okay, that's why you go to some supermarket, they have some eco-friendly cleaning product. They will say this cleaning product, let's say this cleaner, you can use it to wash your vegetable. You can also use it to clean your floor because they are all derived from the same bacteria. All right, so next, number A, match the following microorganism with their various field. So nitrobacter is your convert nitrite to nitrate. Okay, what is this? I'll go into the next chapter, so don't you worry first. Okay, yeast is to make alcohol and bread. Okay, rotavirus is to make vaccine. Okay, this thing is very dangerous. If you get rotavirus, it's a very serious food poisoning. Rotavirus. So if you're scared, okay, I mean mostly children, they need to be vaccinated. So penicillium chrysogenum, this is to make penicillin. Okay, bifidobacterium, this is to make milk, to make yogurt. E. coli is to make insulin. What is recombinant DNA? Basically, we insert human DNA into it and create insulin. Okay, so underline the correct answer. What are found in the intestine of termite? That would be your protozoa. Okay, they will produce cellulase to digest the cellulose in wood. What remove fats and tissue? That will be your bacteria. Okay, this is how you make leather. All right, you know what? I think I'm going to stop here. So when you come back for week 3 lesson, then maybe we will finish the exercise. Okay, so the progress is a bit weird, okay, because I really cannot gauge. But don't worry, when you come back for week 3, we will finish everything. Okay, and you shall go for holiday next week. All right, so later got class, right? Yeah, I mean, if you want to come later, okay, then you don't need to come on. Hey, I thought you're coming on Saturday. Are you coming on Saturday or are you coming later? If you come later, I mean, it's up to you, okay, but if you come Saturday got more people, but if later there's 10 again, there's only you, it's up to you, okay, so I'll see how, all right, so okay, thanks for coming. I will see you again Saturday, okay, then all right, so thanks for coming. I'll see you Saturday. Okay, so see you, bye bye.